y'all, and welcome to today's video. I have the newest palette from Cosmic Brushes. I'm so excited. This is the Delicious Delights palette. We have some really beautiful pastel tones, some really bright colors. We have multi-chromes. We are going to do two different eye looks. I want to do a look on each eye. I want to swatch this palette for you, and I want to let you know if this is the Cosmic Brushes formula that I know and love. So let's jump into it. This is the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. I am super excited. I tried Cosmic Brushes last year for the first time and really fell in love with their palettes, with their formula, and when they said they were releasing something new, I was instantly like, I cannot wait to see what it is. And I'm really not surprised to see a pastel palette from them. Let's look at their first two palettes. My personal favorite being Serenity. Let me say, not their first two palettes, the two palettes that I tried first from the brand. There we go. Because this wasn't the brand's first launch. This is Serenity. So this was the first palette I tried from the brand. I know that this palette and the Muse palette are going to restock the same day as the new palette launches, but this palette made me fall in love with the brand. This is a color story that is very me. Greens, purples, blues. We have a pop of orange. Really, really beautiful, really great formula. I have a video on this and I have a video on the Muse palette. I just wanted to quickly show you these two so you'll kind of know like what else the brand has. But this is the Muse palette. This launched earlier this year, and this is a kind of more like earthy tone palette. The greens are more like sage and moss tones. We have some beautiful purples, just overall super duper beautiful. So I think seeing those two palettes from Cosmic Brushes, I feel like a bright kind of pastel leaning palette is really going to fit in well with their other palettes, and also of course be a standalone palette. We're gonna do two different eye looks today, but let me show you a close-up and swatches of this palette. This is launching on June 23rd, and it will be 10 a.m. Pacific time. So this is going to be, let's see, 25 pounds, which US dollars, probably around like $30, $35, somewhere in there. Cosmic Brushes makes like really good shadows at a really, really great price point. So we do have some multi-chromes in this palette. I try to capture those on my phone. I feel like showing you swatches with my camera and different lighting, multi-chromes, I can usually kind of manipulate easier with my iPhone. So I really hope that you enjoy the swatches and kind of seeing the shift in the mirror. But this says it is a 20-pan palette, 6 shimmers, 14 mattes. 4 of the shimmers are shifters. 1 of those is an iridescent duochrome, and 1 is a high shine foiled multichrome. So that's what Cosmic Brushes says. Now I do have an affiliate code with the brand. If you want to save, you can use code Heather. I will put a link to this palette. I will put the launch time and date down in the description box with a link. Like, everything will be in the description box. If you're curious about anything, just check there. I'm pumped though. I want to create 2 looks. I just want to play. I just got this palette in the mail, so I really, really, really want to play with this. I don't know what I want to do. All I know is I have to do a look with this kind of neon green and this deep dark purple. Like, I am dying to put those shades together. So let me put on a little bit of eyeshadow primer. Let me zoom y'all in and we will create. Okay, so I went ahead and put on my eye primer. I'm using Sigma Ignite, and I want to start with the deeper purple, the deepest shade in this palette really. This is the shade called Charms. So I want to start with this right in the outer portion of my lid. We're gonna do that light kind of neon-y green towards the front or the inner part of the lid. So right now I'm just taking this purple and kind of pressing it all right in here first, and then I will slowly kind of start to blend out from here. Okay, so that purple is so beautiful and pigmented. I really am pleased with how that like went on and applied, but I want to now use Zesty, this really beautiful kind of like, it's almost like a neon and a pastel mixed. Really, really pretty. I want to put this over a white base though. So I'm going to use my NYX matte base. And I'm going to put this just right in here where I want that bright shadow to go on top. You definitely don't have to use, you know, white, but just mixing up a base, like using a white or a black or something else, can really transform a shadow, make them deeper, make them lighter, and I just want this to be so punchy. So I'm just gonna take a brush, I'm gonna pick a little bit of this, I'm just gonna put on the brush. This brush is from Unearthly. That first brush I used for the purple shadow was from my Sigma Favorites set, but I'm just kind of tapping out any creases that may be in my eyeshadow primer. And I'm going to put down this white everywhere that I want to put that bright kind of pastel neon shade. Okay, so I have Zesty, and I'm going to pop that right on top of our white base, kind of all right in here. So I'm taking this and pressing it right there, and that mix of this like purple to this green kind of yellowy shade, so pretty. I'm just tapping it on top of the white first and then lightly blending. So we're gonna have this kind of two-toned crease going from this light bright shade to this deeper shade right out here. I'm just gonna put that on and just spend a little time blending right in here above my socket, above the kind of folds on my lid, and just up and out. Okay, I've got my E15 and I want to put this right under the lower lash line. This is just the same purple shade that we used out here on the kind of like second half of our eye look. So I'm gonna put this, the shade name is Charms. I'm gonna put this just like this, really close to the lash line, and then we'll kind of buff it out with a different color, but I just want to keep this purple right here. Okay, I want to use some more of the mattes in this palette. So, whoops, I'm going to grab right here this shade Milkshake, this light lavender shade, really pretty. I'm going to pick this up on another brush from my favorite set, and I'm going to lightly put this right where we ended that shade Charms, and I'm just going to blend this so that it fades to this pretty lavender and we have like a little more dimension to our look. I'm gonna kind of buff this around like that and just kind of take my time blending this shade back and forth like this, lightly grazing my skin, pulling it out a little bit more. Okay, once I have that blended, I'm gonna go in with the shade Marshmallow, this pretty pink. I thought this would be fun to add right underneath that darker purple that we put on the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna buff this back and forth so that it kind of goes from that purple to this more baby pink. Okay, for the lid, I really want to play with this multi-chrome. I'm sure you saw it in the swatches. You can kind of see there in the mirror that it's like this green to pink type of multi-chrome. Really, really pretty. It has this like gold to it. Really beautiful. So this is called Sprinkles. And I'm going to put this on my lid. I'm going to put down a little bit of my Karla Fix Potion and then pack the shade on. Alright, so I've got this on another of my favorite brushes, and I'm going to press this all on my lid, and I'm even going to bring it up here so that when my eyes open you can still see this multi-chrome. You are going to see multi-chromes the best, like the more area they can cover, because then you're really going to be able to see that shift as you move. So pretty. Okay, I think this look is so fun. It feels very cool. I want to put a little shimmer on the inner corner. I really like that we have a white in here, so if we want to make any of the shades lighter, we can do that. It's also really pretty for the inner corner, but I want to play with some more of the shimmers in this palette. So this shade is really pretty purpley, like silvery blue something. I don't know. This is called Frosting. So I'm going to pop this on the inner corner. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and press it right in here. I'm not spraying my brush or anything. I just want this to be like sparkly and pretty and light and bright on the inner corner. And I'm using an E34 for this. This is really, really pretty. I'm going to see if I need to do any more blending. I usually like put my eye look on and then blend, and then maybe I go back and I do a little more blending, and then I do my eyeliner, and then if I need to I can do a little more blending, you know, like just having fun with the makeup. But this is going to be our first finished look. I am going to add liner and mascara. I'm going to pop on a false lash, but I want to do this look first. So I'm going to leave this and prime my eyes, and we're going to come over here and start with shadow. Okay, for this eye look, I really want to start with this pretty, pretty, pretty blue shade. This is called Sweetie. And then what I think we will do is go in with Slushy, this more like mid-tone, not quite royal blue. Okay, so I've got this on a brush from my favorite set, and I'm just going to put this all in the crease, above the crease, below the crease, right here in my socket. And I'm just kind of packing it on first like this, and then I'm blending back and forth, down and around. Okay, now I've got that other blue, what was that called? Slushy. And I'm putting this with my brush right up against my lower lash line, buffing it like this, back and forth. Yeah, that is a pretty shade. So far, every single shade that I have used has been so lovely and nice. These shadows are pigmented, but they're also easy to blend. I really, really like that. Okay, now what I want to do is to use, whoops, this shade right up here, Lollipop. This kind of, what would you call that, like a green blue type of shade? It's definitely green, but it has like this like ocean vibe to it. Really, really pretty. So I'm gonna pick that up on my brush, and we're going to layer this matte right out here. So it's not gonna go on top of another shadow on the lid, but then we're gonna layer it over that light blue. All right, so I'm pressing this right here, and you can see like that is pigmented. That is so pretty. Wow, that looks so good right there at the lash line. And then I will just lightly start to bring it up on top of our lighter kind of baby blue that we have, and then blend it like this. This matte shade right here that we used first, what is that called? Sweetie. It has this really pretty kind of like almost like purple to it that I think is looking so nice. So I'm just going to take my time right there, buffing like that. Okay, let me go in underneath this blue that we used. Let me go in with the shade Minty, and I'm just gonna use this to blend a little bit right here under my lower lash line, like this. This is another of my favorite brushes from my set, so I'm just going to use this lightly back and forth. That's really pretty. I like that kind of up against that blue shade. And then I want to go in with 2 more of these really pretty shimmery shades. So this has like a very subtle kind of duochrome look to it. It's like this blue purple. And then we'll pop on this really pretty like white purpley blue. We'll pop this on the inner corner. I'm gonna put down a little bit of that Fix Potion, and then we'll pop on Sugar Plum and then Delicious. Okay, I have the shade Sugar Plum on a Sigma Makeup Shayla brush, and I'm just going to press it all on top of that Karla Fix Potion, and then I will go in and blend. You can see it's got this really pretty kind of shift to it. Just really, really a beautiful shade. So once I have it down, then you see I'm going to blend, 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 blend. All right, now I've got that shade Delicious on a Sigma pencil brush, and I'm just gonna press it right there on this inner corner. Like that. That's really pretty. I like this kind of blue, green, purple type of look. I am going to throw on a lash. I am going to throw on a little bit of liner, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. All right, y'all, here are the finished looks. I just added some black eyeliner and some Melt Leo lashes. I am so into both of these looks. This one, you know, we have a lot of like different colors going on. This, we have different shades, but kind of in the same vibe. I'm into both of these. I think they look so good. And what did we use? About 12 out of the 20 shadows. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing with this more, creating some more looks, testing it out some more. But so far, from the shades that I used today, this does feel like the Cosmic Brushes formula that I know and love. I'm super happy with both of these looks. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. On my lips, I'm wearing ColourPop Dopey lip liner with one of their new ultra glossy lips in bubblegum. My highlighter today is Spellbinding from Unearthly. And then for blush, I'm using Blend Bunny Bare Cheeks blush palette. So that is how I completed this makeup look. I'm just so happy with the eyes. Like the mattes, beautiful. The multi-chrome, beautiful. Everything just so, so nice. Definitely check out my playlist from Cosmic Brushes if you want to see more videos. I have tutorials, and I'm just loving this. Thank you again for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day. Please do subscribe. I will link the palette, my affiliate code, everything will be in the description box. So just check there if you have any questions, and I will see y'all in another video very soon. Bye.